following lecture is recorded on the evening of 24th March 1971 at ISKCON, Bombay.
Sanctioned dharma uddhava na sadhyaya tapasyada yatha bhakti mamari. We have explained this verse yesterday that in order to approach the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhakti, devotional service are required. And in the Bhagavad Gita it is said, bhyāsāt. Simply through devotional service one can understand it. Not through knowledge, not through creative activities. There are various types of men. The lowest stage is the karmīs. Karmīs means those who are working very hard for sense gratification. They are called karmīs. And the next stage is the jñānīs, wiser than the karmīs. They try to realize the value of life. What is the value of life? Not that blindly, simply working hard day and night. Actually, human form of life is not meant for that purpose, to work so hard. Because the animal, our tendencies also, therefore the capitalist and the laborer class are there. Actually we do not want to work hard. That is our tendency. But we want more profit for sense gratification. Therefore, we utilize other service who will work for me and I shall take the profit. This is the defect of modern civilization. Actually my tendency is, just like when a man gets some money, he does not work very much. He takes some profit, either keeping in the bank some balance and lives in a comfortable place. That is the tendency. Because we are spiritual entities, our natural tendency is to enjoy life. Spiritual entities means by nature, Ānanda-mayo bhyāsāt. By nature, they want to enjoy life. Ānanda-mayo bhyāsāt. That is the spiritual nature. At Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is by nature joyful. Similarly, we being part and parcel of Krishna, we are also by nature joyful. But unfortunately, we have been put into such condition, material condition, that we are trying to enjoy life in this material condition. That is not possible. So, karmīs, they are trying their best to make material adjustments and enjoy life. They are called karmīs. But when they are wiser, that we have worked so hard, but actually we could not enjoy life, then what is the problem of life? That is the platform of the jñānīs and the yogīs. So, Caitanya Mahāprabhu says that these karmīs, the jñānīs, in another place, it is in instruction to Rūpa Gosvāmī, he has said that in the human society there are different kinds of people. Out of that, those who are followers of the Vedic civilization, they are supposed to be first class human beings. So out of the followers of Vedic civilization, mostly they say that we are followers of Vedic civilization, but actually they do not do. Actually they, I would say, indulge in anything which is not sanctioned by the Vedic knowledge or Vedic scriptures. Take for example that in our Vedic civilization, these four things are prohibited. Illicit sex life, animal killing, intoxication, and gambling. This is the preliminary understanding. Especially those who are higher caste, Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, they are strictly forbidden. That is Vedic injunction. But although we pose ourselves followers of Vedic injunction, we indulge in these things. Therefore Caitanya Mahāprabhu said, most people, they call themselves as followers of Vedic civilization, but actually they do not obey all these rules and regulations. Then again, he says that persons who are actually trying to follow the Vedic rules and regulations, mostly they are karmīs. Karmīs means they are attracted by the ritualistic ceremonies, just like performing great sacrifices, yogīs, for elevating oneself to the higher planetary system. They are called karmīs. And about them, he says, out of many thousands of karmīs, one person is jñānī or yogi. So out of many such jñānīs, one person may be muktas or liberated souls. And out of many thousands of liberated souls, there may be one devotee of Krishna. That is the division Caitanya Mahāprabhu meant. Therefore, to become a person Krishna conscious, a Krishna conscious person from the systematic way, it is very difficult. But by the mercy of Krishna himself, he has made the path very easy. Otherwise, Krishna consciousness is not very easy task. Bhakti. Therefore, Krishna says, Bhakta aham ekaya grahya shuddhaya atma priyasatam bhakti punati mannishta sapakanam opisambhava. Simply by devotional service, one becomes purified, even he is born in the family of the dog eaters. That is the Vedic version. Caitanya Mahāprabhu quotes from Srimad Bhagavatam. Ataev bhakti Krishna praptiru. Therefore he concludes that if you want at all Krishna, everyone should want Krishna. Because as soon as we get Krishna, janglabhya chapadam labham mannati nadhikam tata. If actually we get Krishna, then we shall not consider any other profit more valuable than Krishna. Just like Rūpa Maharaj. Rūpa Maharaj went to practice yoga or in the forest, Madhuban. The idea was to get the kingdom of his father. Now, actually, when he saw Krishna, Vishnu, the picture is here, you can see. Actually, when he saw by his severe austerities and penances, a small boy, 5-year-old boy. Then he said, my dear Lord, now when you offered benediction, that you take whatever benediction you want, you take from me. He said, Samim Kitatosmi Barang na jat. That is the prophet. If one gets Krishna, he thinks that no more any other benediction is required. He becomes fully satisfied. Samim Kitatosmi. I am fully satisfied. Therefore you'll find a Krishna Bhakta is always satisfied because he has no demand. In other place, Caitanya Mahāprabhu says, Krishna Bhakta Nishkam Ataev Shant. So long you have got demand to fulfill your desires, you cannot be happy. Krishna Bhakta has no demand. They do not demand that Krishna favor me in this way or that way. No. Anna-vilasita sunnam. They are completely free from demanding anything from Krishna. That is the pure devotion. Krishna Bhakta Nishkam Ataev Shanta. Therefore they are pacified, they are peaceful. And Bhukti Mukti Siddhi Kami Sakali Asant. Bhukti means this karmīs. They want elevated life for sense gratification. Bhukti, that is called Bhukti. From bhok, Bhukti. Bhukti or Mukti, liberation. They are also not peaceful because they are making sadhana, austerities, penances to get liberation. There is demand that I shall be liberated. There is demand. So the karmīs, they have also demand. The jñānīs, they have also demand. And the yogīs, they have also demand. Because they want siddhi. 8 kinds of siddhi. Anima, lagima, a yogi can become very light. They can become the smallest. Such siddhis, such mystic powers they can attain. So they have also demand. They are trying to get some material perfection. Just like flying in the sky or walking on the water. Of course, these things are very wonderful and people are very much amazed. If you can walk on the water, so many followers you will get immediately. This is a wonderful thing for common man. So the yogis want this mystic power. Therefore they have also demand. The mukti, the jñānīs, they have also demand. The karmīs also have the demand. But the bhaktas, just like Caitanya Mahāprabhu, we accept Caitanya Mahāprabhu as the ideal bhakta. He is teaching us how to become exceptionally perfect devote. So he says in his Sikkhāsāt, na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavitāṁ, va jagadīsa kāmayi. I do not want riches, na dhanam, na janam. I do not want number of followers. Na dhanam, na janam, na kavitāṁ, va jagadīsa kāmayi. I do not want very beautiful, nice, poetic wife. Mama janmani sare. Now janmani means it does not want even liberation. Because when there is liberation, there is no question of janmani. So he says, Mama janmani isare bhavatad bhakti rahita kito. So This is the sample of pure devotee. A pure devotee does not want even liberation. Vyomanam na grindanti. If liberation is offered to a devotee, he does not want it. He refuses to accept. He is satisfied only in the service of the Lord. That is the standard of satisfaction. Or in other words, to a devotee, liberation is not very valuable. Just like our one devotee, Prakāśānanda Saraswati, Prabhupada Saraswati, he says, Kaivallam naratayate, Sidasapura akasa pushpayate, like that. So devotee's position is very sublime. The devotee's position is the most exalted transcendental position of a pure devotee, who does not want anything except Krishna. Annavilasita sunnam jnana karmadhanāvritam anukullena Krishna misidanam bhakti uttamam. That is. So Caitanya Mahāprabhu says, Ataye bhakti Krishna parcel. The conclusion is that if you want Krishna, then you have to take the path of devotional service. That will help you. And that bhakti is technically known as avidya. That is the technical, avidya. Avidya means discharging one's duty. That is avidya. Or the performance of the means by which one can reach the ultimate goal of life. That is called avidya. ধন পাইলে যাইতে সুখ ভোগ ফল পায়, সুখ ভোগ হইতে দুঃখ আপনি পলায়, তৈছে ভক্তি ফলে কৃষ্ণ প্রেম উপজয়, প্রেমে কৃষ্ণ আস্বাদ হইলে ভবনাশ পায়. He says that if a poor man gets some money, not only becomes happy, but the symptoms of his poverty is also immediately vanished. Just like a poor man gets 10 lakhs of rupees, immediately he'll have a nice bungalow, he'll have 2-3 cars, and so many other opulences. So, simultaneously, the distress out of his poverty-stricken life is also vanquished, and there are symptoms of sukha, symptoms of happiness. We suppose like that, if a man has got a car, we think he is very happy. But this is a symptom of happiness. A poor man cannot get a car, but a rich man cannot get it. If one has got a car, it is understood that is rich man. Caitanya Mahāprabhu said that automatically the symptoms of happiness come unto him, and his distress of material condition simultaneously becomes vanquished if one is elevated to the position of devotional service. That is the test. That is the test of how one is advanced in devotional service. This is the test. Bhakti parishanubhava virakti annasruta. He is no more interested in material happiness. He is fully satisfied with Krishna. Taithe bhakti phale Krishna prema upajaya. Krishna bhakti phale. These by the as a result of Krishna bhakti devotional service, the same devotional service for the neophyte and the same devotional service for the advanced devotee. But the advanced devotee enjoys life that the neophyte devotee simply practices. That is the difference. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives the example that the mango remains the same, but in the unripe stage, the taste is little different, whereas in the ripened stage the taste is different. The bhakti in the beginning maybe tastes a little pungent. One may feel very inconvenient to discharge devotional service according to the rules and regulations of the Shastra. But when he is advanced, the same service will appear to be very palatable, very delicious. Jaganabdha chapadam lava mannate nadikam tata jasmin site guru napi dukkhena na vichalate. The devotional service, because it is transcendental, pure, spiritual, and we are, every one of us, entering after to be elevated to the spiritual stage of life, because we are all spiritual entities. The same example as I repeatedly explained, that if you take a fish out of the water, however you may keep comfortably on the land, it will never be happy unless and until it is again thrown in the water. Similarly, we are all spiritual part and parcel of Krishna, Mamiman Supreme. So however we may try to make ourselves happy by material adjustment, it is not possible. You must turn to the spiritual life or devotional. Spiritual life means devotional life. That is real spiritual life. As Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Man chabdaricharini bhakti yogina jaseva. One who is engaged in bhakti yoga service, sa gunan samapita itan brahma bhuyaya. He is already in the Brahma state. People cannot understand how bhakti is on the Brahma platform. But here the Lord himself says, Brahma bhuyaya kalpate. Daridranath bhavokkhay premer phal noy, prem sud bhog mukha prajan. So, when one is elevated in the platform of devotional service, it is not that he gets some material happiness, that is the result, no. Material happiness automatically comes to him. Material happiness, a devotee is not bereft of material happiness. Automatically comes to him. That is not the ultimate goal of a devotee's life. The devotee's ultimate goal of life, how he becomes, I mean to say, a lover of the Supreme Lord. The example are the gopis, all the inhabitants of Vrindavan. They had no other desire. They simply wanted to love Krishna. They wanted to see Krishna very happy. That feeling of happiness, that thinking of Krishna, that is the highest perfection of Krishna. All is constantly thinking of Krishna. That was their happiness. They did not try to derive any material happiness by loving Krishna. There is no such thing. That is pure love. Vedic Daridranath bhavokkhay premer phal noy, prem sugha bhoga mukha prajan tha. So, we should be trying for that position when we shall relish what is the position by loving Krishna, by loving God. Ved Shastra kahe sambandha vidya prajan, Krishna Krishna Bhakti Prem Teen Mahāprabhu. Therefore, Caitanya Mahāprabhu concludes again that we are after dhon or riches. So Caitanya Mahāprabhu says that Krishna and Krishna Bhakti, devotional service, and love of Krishna, these three items are the topmost riches of our life. বেদাদি সকল শাস্ত্রে কৃষ্ণ মুখ্য সম্বন্ধ তার জ্ঞানে আনুষঙ্গে যায় মায়া। Caitanya Mahāprabhu further said that the purpose of studying Vedas means to understand Krishna, and as soon as one understands Krishna, automatically the stingers of Maya, the influence of Maya, automatically becomes vanished. That is also stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, that Daividhe sadhanamayi mama maya duruttaya mameva prapaddante maya metan saranti. It is very difficult to surmount the stringent laws of material nature, but anyone who surrenders unto me very easily, automatically, simultaneously, he becomes free from the contamination of Maya. মুখ্য গৌণ বৃত্তি কিংবা অন্যায় ব্যতিরেকে বেদের প্রতিজ্ঞা কেবল কহে কৃষ্ণ। Caitanya Mahāprabhu says, directly or indirectly, whichever Vedic literature you study, you will find that the aim is to understand Krishna. When Caitanya Mahāprabhu was preaching, he proved that in the Quran there is Krishna worship. When he was coming back from Vrindavan, at a place, it is known as Soro. And in the Paras you know, a Soro, that is a holy place. Soro, still people go there. There is a nice place, Soro. There, Caitanya Mahāprabhu, when he was chanting and dancing, he sometimes fainted. So, in the course of his chanting and dancing, when he fainted, then his personal assistants, they were treating him. So one batch of soldiers, Mughal Pathan soldiers were passing that way. So the chief of the soldiers, of the army, they were surprised, how is that? One man is lying unconscious and others are treating him. This man must have been poisoned by these men. So they came down, because they are government men, they came down and challenged all these men that you have given this man some drug so that he is fainted and you wanted to plunder him, so we arrest you. Then they say, no sir, we have not done anything such. He faints like that while chanting. Now, very soon, he will get up, because we are also chanting, hearing, he will get up. So in this way, when he came to his consciousness, the Muslim, the Pathan soldiers, they are very happy to see him. So there was a mullah, so he talked with him, and Caitanya Mahāprabhu, summarizing the story is very big. He talked with that mullah, and he proved from the Quran that there is Krishna. He proved from the Quran that there is Krishna. There is hint of Krishna. So, Caitanya Mahāprabhu says here also that indirectly, when I speak of Krishna, we should know Krishna means the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You may call him by any other name, that is a different thing. But Krishna means the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, Caitanya Mahāprabhu says, Mukha gauna vritti kimba annaya betireke Veder pratikya keval kahaya Krishna. To take any literature, any Vedic literature, religious literature, you will find that the whole literature, whole knowledge is aiming at Krishna. That is the purpose of all Vedas and religious scriptures. Krishna's Swarup Ananta Vaibhav Apar Chit Shakti Maya Shakti Jiva Shakti. Now Caitanya Mahāprabhu is explaining what is the identification of Krishna. In the beginning he says, Krishna's Swarup Ananta. Krishna has form, Swarup. Krishna is not formless, but he has got many millions of forms. Not one form, many millions of forms. But he has form. He is not impersonal. Krishna's Swarup Ananta. Ananta means unlimited. That is also confirmed in the Brahma Samhita. Advaita Yachyuta Anadi Ananta Rūpam Adyam Purana Purusham Navajauvanancha Vedi Sudurlava Adurlavayatma Bhakto Govindamadi Purusham Tamang Bhajami. The Brahma Samhita says the Advaita Achyuta. Advaita means although Krishna has many forms, many expansions, is still there one. There is no duality. Just like Krishna and Rama. They are one. They are not different. Similarly, Ramadi Sukala Niyamena Tishtan. Beginning from Rama, Nishinga, Baraha, he has got innumerable forms. Tishtan is existing always, with all these forms, expansion. Ramadi Sukala, just like Krishna existing in everyone's heart. There are millions and trillions of living entities. Ishara sarvabhutanam riddhese arjuna tishtati. Krishna is existing. That is Krishna's omnipotence. If you do not try to understand God as Krishna with inconceivable omnipotency, then you cannot understand Krishna. That is not possible. So Krishna, just like we are sitting here, we are not sitting in the other room. But Krishna can see in innumerable rooms simultaneously at one time. Therefore he is all pervasive. And just like Krishna married 16,108 wives, Narada came to see Krishna, and every palace he entered, he saw Krishna was there. And with some wife, in some wife's palace, he is playing with children, and some wife says he is just taking bath, or in another palace he was playing chess. In this way, he differently saw Krishna in different palaces. So, in 16,000 palaces, he saw Krishna. That is Krishna. Not that he married 16,000 wives, but he remained one. He also expanded himself 1,600 times. That is Krishna. He can expand himself. In Rasa Lila, every gopi was feeling that Krishna is dancing with me. So many gopis. That is Krishna. He can expand. But he has got form. He is not formless. The Mayavadi philosophers say, because Krishna is all pervading, therefore he has no form. No, that is not fact. He has form. But his form is not like your form and my form. This form is explained in the Brahma Samhita, Advaita Achyuta Anadi Ananta Rūpam. Achyuta, and he does not fall down. Achyuta means a thing which does not fall down. So, just like we are living entities, we fall down in the classes of Maya, but Krishna does not fall down. The Mayavadi philosophers said that. They think that as we come to this material world with a material body, similarly Krishna also comes with a material body. No, that is not the fact. Therefore Krishna says, Avajananti mana mudha manasim tanumāsrita. Mudha means those who are not intelligent. They think that I am also ordinary man. There is controversy. Why I shall worship Krishna? Krishna cannot come. The Supreme Lord cannot come in this way, just like ordinary man, and making friendship with Arjuna, and or driving his chariot, or dancing with the gopis. They cannot conceive. They cannot accommodate within their teeny brain that Krishna is so powerful. We say that God is all powerful, God is all omnipotent. But when God shows actually that He is omnipotent, all powerful, they do not believe. That is their difference. But the manifestation which Krishna showed when he was actually present, he is the Supreme Lord. Vaishadyasya samagrasya bījasya jasasasya jnāna vairāgyasya sara iti bhava. He fully manifested, demonstrated the six opulences of the Supreme Personality of God. Therefore Krishna says, Matta paratarang nanna kinchid asti dhananjaya. There is no other supreme power or Supreme Personality than myself. The Caitanya Mahāprabhu says the same thing. What Krishna has said in the Bhagavad Gita, what is spoken about Krishna in all the Vedic literature, Caitanya Mahāprabhu says the same thing in his teaching, Kṛṣṇa and Krishna. So we shall discuss further. Thank you very much. What is that? Mecca?
Makkah Medina.
As you have got many, as everyone has got pilgrimage. Muslims have got, Christians they have got, Hindus they have got. That means they go to pilgrimage with God consciousness. So, in Quran there is God consciousness, in Bible there is God consciousness, in Vedas, God consciousness. Now we have to utilize it, develop it. The aim and objective is already there. But in the Vedic literature, they are very explicitly present. That is the difference. The Christians, they agree God is great. We also agree God is great. But how God is great, that is explained in the Vedic literature. That is different. There is no difference of opinion if one is actually religious. God created this world, God is the Supreme Father, God is great. This is accepted by everyone, either Hindu or Muslim or Christian. There is no doubt about it. But in the Vedic literature, you will understand how God is great, how He is acting as Father. Yes. Even God's name is there, God's address is there. Do you agree to this point? Yes, that is the difference. In any other scripture, if you ask, what is the name of God, what is His address, what He is doing, they cannot give. But we can give. We do not give, God Himself gives, Kṛṣṇa. Krishna says, my address is like this. What is that? Jadgatya nanivattanti tadhyavam paramam mama. There is address. Parastasmastu bhavayanya bhaktya bhaktya sanatana. God is giving address. You have to note down. And his name is Krishna. You find Vyasadeva is writing, Sri Bhagavan Vata, the Supreme Personality of Godhead speaking, or Krishna. And in the Shastras, there is list of incarnation of God, and Vyasadeva concludes, Iti Sankapala Puṅpa Krishnastu Bhagavan Sam. All the leaves, comprehending leaves, they are either part of the form of God. But the name Krishna, Krishnastu Bhagavan Sam, he is the Supreme Personality of God. Similarly, in the Brahma Samhita, it is said, Ishara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadi Radi Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam. Sarvakarana Karanam. And Krishna also says, Matta Paratara Kinchidasti Kinchidasti Navanda. There is no more. Everyone is cause. You are your cause of appearance is your father. The cause of your father appearance is his father. You go on, father. You reach Brahma, is called the Supreme Forefather. Then Brahma is also born of Vishnu. Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. And the Garbhodakshaya is also appeared from Karanodakshaya Vishnu. And this way go on. And Sankarshan, Narayan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, there are so many. And at last you reach Krishna. Therefore Krishna is the cause of all causes. So Krishna's name is there, God's name is there, God's address is there, and how to reach God, the process is there, then why you will not utilize it? What is the reason? Why you say, can you show me God? Is there any God? Why do you say like this? What is the reason? Everything, information is there, and you still say, can you show me God? Who is God? There is no God, God is dead. Why do you talk like that? If you say that how we can understand that Krishna is the Supreme Lord, then you have to approach authorities. Just like if you want to purchase some diamond, you cannot understand whether it is diamond, but you go to a jeweler and he will say yes or no. Yes, it is real. So you have to go to the authorities. Who are the authorities? At least in our country. No, not only in all countries. Our authorities, the whole Vedic civilization is going on under the authorities of Acharya. They are coming by disciplic succession. Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya, Madhyacharya, Vishnu Swami, Lord Caitanya, there are so many authorized acharyas. What is their opinion? Their opinion, Krishnastu Bhagavan. The Shastra is there, the authoritative statement is there, and the activities are there. Then why? What reason you have got not to believe that Krishna is not God? What reason you have got? Here is God. And those who are devotees of Krishna actually see their life, how they are advanced in God consciousness or Krishna consciousness. But the difficulty is, as Krishna says, Namang duskitinam mudha prapaddante naradhava maya aparita jnana asuri bhavamasritaha. The duskritina, the miscreants, those are always engaged in mischievous activities. Such persons are called duskritina. The duskritina class, Naman duskritina mura. Mura means less intelligent or foolish classmen. Naman duskritina mudha parvatante. They do not accept me. Naradhama, the lowest of the mankind. No, they are very much educated. Krishna says, Maya Purita Jnana. Yes, they are educated, but their knowledge has been taken away by Maya. Why? Asuri Bhavamasita. Because they are taken to this view there is no God. On this account, they cannot understand, in spite of high degrees of university degree. Maya Purita Jnana. So Krishna says that. The only reason is because Duskritina Mudha Maya Purita Jnana Asuri Bhava. Therefore, in spite of all evidences from the Shastra, they will not accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality. That's just like Prahlad Maharaj requested his father so many times, but still he did not agree that there is God. But he agreed there is God when he was killed by God. That you cannot expect. Then he will see God. Yeah, here is God. The Asuras, they will never accept God, but when they are killed by God, they understand that yes, there is God. That is the difference between Asuras and Devas. The Devas accept God while living, and the Asuras accept God while being killed. That's all. And who can escape killing? Is there any scientist, is there any philosopher, any great man who can stop being killed by the cruel death? Is there any man? That is stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Mrityu sarva harang chaham. I am Mrityu. Mrityu means death. Which takes away everything at a time. Just like I am very rich man, I am very big industrialist and prime minister, this, that, so many things. I am in position of all I survey, I am the master of my country and everything. That's all right. As soon as death comes, I am Jawaharlal Nehru, I am Gandhi, this, no, never mind, please go on. See? Stop your all leadership. That is God. We may not believe God, but when death comes, we have to believe in God. Let the scientists and the big leaders and rich man protect himself from death. Then you can say that there is no God. atheism, denying the existence of God, is not very good. Therefore, Krishna consciousness movement is very important. Prasad, yogīs, prasad. Thank you. That's all I'll say.